Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to this week's Traders Club. This is Gerald Yo. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Singapore market. So today it closed a bit flat, but good thing is that it's holding at the support, right, of the 20 and 50 MA. So it's testing again, support is still holding. So that is still pretty bullish. Okay, last week we did talk about some stocks, but most importantly, there are two that we were focusing on. Right, one is Wilmar, and one is Yangzijiang. Right, we highlighted a few stocks, but these are the two with lower risk, as in the stop loss was relatively tighter, smaller than the rest, less than 10%. Yeah, so let's visit these two stocks first. Some of you may be in. Yeah, then we look at the other opportunities that present themselves today. Okay, so the first one, let's look at Wilmar. Yeah, so that was one of those stocks we discussed quite extensively last week. Right, so last week, yeah, so what happened? Why was this stock discussed? Primarily is because it has the trading signal. Yeah, so just a recap, what is the trading signal? It is an uptrend stock, right? The 20 MA, red line above the 50 MA. And the price was actually testing the support already. Yeah, testing support basically means the prices are trading right around the 20 MA, 50 MA, or anywhere in between. Right, so that's where we mean by testing support. Okay, then once that happens, we look for any MACD signal, 4 red, 1 green. Yeah, so meaning we're looking for a green bar in the MACD histogram. Yeah, after a consecutive, at least consecutive 4 red bars. Yeah, so there are more than 4 definitely. Yeah, so this will constitute a trading signal. So we have the 3 criteria. Okay, so we did mention that you still need to wait for step 4, which is the market to confirm. Yeah, so we set the entry price as 395 at least. Yeah, so this is what the analysis was done. Yeah, you can refer back to last week's Traders Club video. Okay, but the idea is we will only take a trade if it goes higher than $3.94. Yeah, so we need a market's confirmation. Cost stop loss, we were discussing to set it below this blue line, 50 MA. Okay, so what happened was the next day, right? In fact, immediately the trade was triggered, so it was confirmed. So anybody who wanted to take trade on Wilmar would have been in the next day, right after the Traders Club video was shared. Okay, so of course it hangs around before today, right? It should start. Yeah. So for those who miss it, then please do not chase it. Yeah. For those who are in, congrats. Not a very big profit yet. I mean, it's just the first day, so it's about 5-6%. Yeah. So hang in there and see. Definitely the uptrend is continuing. All right. Okay. So yeah. So this is basically also a recap of the trading signal. Right, so the same stock we discussed last week had the same signal, right, was basically Yangzijiang. All right, so we were basically waiting, we say wait for the signal to form, right, and so on this day, you see the trading signal will have formed. Yeah, so uptrend, 20 MA above 50 MA, the price came down to support, and MACD has a green, following after a consecutive at least 4 red bars. Okay, so the entry price, okay, so the high was $1, so we're saying you need to see at least 101. Yeah, stop loss, of course, we set it below the 50 MA. Okay, so what happened? Unlike Wilmar, right? So unlike Wilmar, Yangzijiang, you see the next day, it didn't come up to the $1.01. So which means there's no market confirmation. So we don't take the trade yet. Okay, and of course, subsequently, it didn't hit 101, so there will be no trade. All right, so that's the difference between a stock that has a confirmation and a stock that doesn't. Okay, so Wilmar, it has all the trading setup, and it also has the market's confirmation. That means the price went up to hit the entry price. But Yangzijiang has the same trading setup, but it did not go up to the confirmation. Yeah, so that's where you will not have taken this trade. Okay, so what happens to Yangzijiang now, right? So as you can see below, you can see now 4 reds are beginning to form again. Yeah, so we already have support. 20 and 50 MA is still holding. So we just need to wait for a green. So 2 things may happen going forward, right? One is, of course, if the price were to stay up, we may start to see a green forming. then we can set the entry price based on the high of this the day that it shows a green. Okay. On the other hand, if the market is weak for Yang Zijiang and the price continues to trade lower, all right, you could trade lower for the next few days, then you will definitely not see green. In fact, you start to see more reds. Yeah, so since there's no green, then this trade you will not be able to take at all. Yeah, so as the price falls further, then you will not be in the trade. Okay, so this is where we follow the rules, then at least we'll be more likely to be on the right side of the market. Okay, so this is a quick recap on the two trades that we discussed last Traders Club, as well as to give you this quick recap on the trading signal, which we are based on for the trading opportunities that I'm going to share now. Okay, last week we also did mention some other stocks which the risk was slightly higher than Wilmar and Yang Zijiang, but they have not hit the entry price yet. Yeah, they have not hit the entry price yet, so you could still continue to wait for the entry price to be hit. Yeah, for example, Accordia Golf. Okay, so Accordia Golf, right, you see over here, right, this is on 17, right, so the day after, but this is where we are waiting for any trading signal. Yeah, okay, so sorry, so this one hasn't had any trading signal yet because it's only three red and 1 green. Okay, but going forward now we have 4 reds, so it's quite similar to Yang Zijiang in the sense that you're going to wait, yeah, and see whether a green appears or not. All right, so if it does appear, right, if the price is able to stay at the support, you may see a green histogram. Yeah, that becomes your signal. Yeah, we can wait for the trade above. Yeah, but if the price were to fall instead, yeah, it gets weaker and it breaks the 20 and 50 MA support, you will not see green. In fact, you start to see more reds, then there'll be no MACD signal at all. All right. Okay, so Accordia Golf got to wait for the signal, wait for a green to form. Okay, Ascenders REIT. Okay, take a look at Ascenders REIT, which is over here. Okay, so Ascenders REIT on the 17th, yeah, so it's uptrend, the price came on support and it started to bounce up. The green forms on the 17th, so the day after the Traders Club, right? So you can wait for the entry price. So the high is 323, so you basically could wait for 324 to place the trade. Okay, so why I'm highlighting this stock is because subsequently it hasn't hit the 324 yet. Right, today it tried almost, yeah, so which means if tomorrow or next few days going forward, if it's able to trade to 324, it becomes a confirmation. Okay, it becomes a confirmation of this trading signal. All right, of course you can set your stop loss, you can set it below the 50 MA. All right, so if it hits, so it has to hit at least 324 first, right, for you to go long on this trade. Okay, so that's the Ascenders REIT. So the signal is not today, the signal was last week, in fact. Yeah, just that it hasn't hit. Oops, just that it hasn't hit the confirmation price of 324 yet. Okay, the next one would be, let's take a look at China Aviation. All right, China Aviation. Okay, so same thing. Last week the signal formed, isn't it? Yeah, the signal has formed. So the entry price would be 1 bit above at 108. All right, so this is where it hasn't hit 108 yet. Okay, so you can wait for the trading confirmation. Your stop loss, you can set it below. All right, so that is for China Aviation. Still a valid uptrend trade, now finding it's now finding support. Yeah, it's trying to establish support. So we already has a signal to try and go higher. So we just need 108 to be triggered, then there'll be a long trade. Okay, next one, commodity stock again, right? First Resources. Okay, so I think First Resources, yeah, so this was, as you can see, we were talking about it last week as well, right? So you're waiting basically for the signal, which the next day after the Traders Cup, right, it happened. Can you see? Yeah, so this is the day. So the high is 138, right, $1.38. So the entry price, the market's confirmation will be 139. Okay, so 139 has not hit yet. All right, so we're waiting for 139. Okay, so your stop loss is still the same. You can set it below the 50 MA. Yeah, so this is where if you hit 139 and in case you're wrong, you're still protected, right, by the stop loss. Okay, so that's first resources. Okay, another one will be Genting. Okay, so Genting, same thing. It has found support and the signal has formed, right, for red, one green. So we're basically waiting for the entry price of 78.5 cents, yeah, which has not triggered yet, right? So last week and yesterday and today, it has not triggered yet. So it's still an opportunity. Yeah, so if we hit 78.5 cents, it's still a valid trade. Stop loss, you can sell it below the 50 MA. All right, so something to look out for. Now, if it doesn't hit 78.5 cents, right, and subsequently it were to trade lower and lower, right? So if it trades below the 20 and 50 MA support, so this is where you will no longer monitor this stock because the support would be deemed to be broken. Yeah, so you'll not take that trade. Okay, so something to look out for in Genting. Okay, the next two stocks that I will be discussing, basically they have a signal today. Yeah, so basically they form the trading signal today. Yeah, so this is CityDev. Okay, so the price came down. At that time, it came down to the support, but there's no green. All right, then it tried to bounce up. Still no green. Yeah, so the first green that finally appeared is today. Yeah, so the high is $8.66. So minimum, it must at least go to 867 at least. All right, 867, yeah, or 868, anywhere above 867. That will be the confirmation. Okay, of course, stop loss, set it anywhere below the 50 MA. All right, so that is the property stock for CityDev. Yeah, so instead of just buying at a high, so you wait patiently for the pullback. Yeah, so indeed it pulled back. Right, so now we're at the pullback support level and the signal has formed, so patiently waited. So we're just waiting for the last step, which is $8.67 for the market's confirmation. All right. Okay, the next one that has a signal today is RafflesMed, Raffles Medical. All right. So previously there was no 4 red and a green. Yeah, it's only today. Right, the 4 red and a green form. So which means okay, the high is 90.5 cents. Of course, you'll be looking at 91 cents as the confirmation. The stop loss is very tight, right? It's very narrow, very small, right? Because you're pretty near to the 50 MA. So you're looking at a very small risk, right, in this trade. Right, a very small risk, less than 3% thereabout. Okay, so but still wait for 91 cents as the confirmation. Okay, so we only take the trade if the price is able to go higher, right, and hit 91 cents, we take the trade. If it doesn't happen, right, instead it starts to fall, then we will ignore this stop until the trend turns again. Okay, so these are the two stocks that you could be watching out for: CityDev, all right, and Raffles Medical. Okay, these two stocks have the signals today. The other stocks are Accordia Golf, Ascendus REIT, China Aviation, First Resources, and Genting that I mentioned earlier. Those are stocks with signal based on last week, right? Has not hit the entry price yet. So just wait for the entry price. You can go backwards on the video and take a look at the analysis I just did earlier. Okay, there are some other stocks that's on the watch list. Okay, meaning they fit the uptrend. Yeah, they are on the uptrend. They are on the support. They basically have already tested the support. We're just waiting for the green to appear. Yeah, so the next few stocks that I'm going to highlight basically has trend, has support, but hasn't had the trading signal yet. So which means it could be coming out in tomorrow or a few days later. And once the trading signal appear, then you wait for the market's confirmation. Is for the price to trade higher. Okay, so first up, the 3 banks. Yeah, so I remember last week we were saying wait for the 3 banks to come down to support. Yeah, so because it was having a strong rally, I hope you are not caught up in the rally Yeah, so never chase the stock, always wait for the pullback. Yeah, so indeed the price have now pulled back, yeah, to the support. All right, so this is the support level. Oops, let me erase it. Okay, so this is the support level and we are now in. Now, today is not the first day it came down to the support, yeah, but you see the past few days, since last week, in fact, it's already tested, but it continues to trade lower. It doesn't show any form of rebound. So that's the reason why we always look for MACD green. Because if the price is still weak, you will not see the green. You will not be buying the stock yet. Yeah, so we need to see the green first. Okay, so now the good thing about DBS is it is testing. Right, today it came down quite a bit, but it rebounded. So it has tested the gap support. Yeah, so you see there's a gap between 2019 and 2049. Yeah, so it's coming down to test the gap. At the same time, it's at the 20 and 50 MA support. Right, so for DBS, for anyone who is keen, who's looking at it, be a bit more patient, wait for the green. So the green will only happen, right, if the price stop falling, right, and is able to stay up at the support. If the price were to continue to fall, right, for the next few days, you will keep seeing red, and that's where there's no green, there's no trade. And if it continues to fall and fall below the support, then the support is broken. No point trying to get DBS anymore. And because the trend is lost, it's gone. The uptrend is not supported. All right, so that's DBS. So you know what to wait for. Wait for a green to appear. Okay, the next one, OCBC. This is very similar, right? So the price has a sharp rally and there's a sharp pullback. All right, regardless, it has been testing the support. You can see for almost more than a week already, it is testing the 20 and 50 MA support. Yeah, so it's not able to go lower. So it has not shown the sign of strong buying yet. So right, that's where we have to be patient and wait for the green. Okay, but nevertheless, it's at the support, so there's always a good sign. We just need some confirmation by the market. Yeah, the price to be able to stay up, show me a MACD green, and then price able to continue to trade higher. That will be our entry. Okay, the third bank, UOB. Yeah, quite similar again. So sharp rally, there's extensive pullback. Okay, but the pullback stops today as it finds support at the 20 and 50 MA. Okay, but the future is unknown. We just know that it is at support. How will this support hold? Right, remains to be seen. So we need to see the green. Right, if the support is holding, you'll be able to see the green. If the support doesn't hold, you will continue to see red. So there will be no green, 481 green per se. Yeah, you'll not be able to take the trade. Okay. At this point in time, I just recap what is 481 green. Okay, I always have this question, especially for new members. Okay, so 481 green is this. So when it comes down to support, see there's this green bar. This green bar is only valid if it finds previously there were at least 4 consecutive red bars. Okay, so there must be green, but previously there must be consecutive 4 reds. Now you may say, hey, this is a green. There were consecutive at least 4 red bars. Okay, but what's missing is, you see this day where the green happens, the price is not at the support. Okay, the price is not here. Same thing on this day, there's a green, right? That is preceded by many reds consecutively. Okay, but on this day, look at this price is not on the support. All right, so you compare that to over this day, yeah, can you see it has already come down to the support and the green has appeared. Okay, so that is the difference. So it needs to be at the support. So going back to the 3 banks, so this is where right, so it's now at the support. Okay, so we just need to wait for the green, yeah, like Wilmar. Okay, so this is for the 3 banks. Okay, let me talk about Capital Mall. Okay, so Capital Mall Trust is very similar. Price went up, price pull back down. Okay, there's a green here. Yeah, so I think this was discussed as well last week. So there's a green, right? So the entry price would have been 217 because the high is 216. So your entry could be 217. Now note what happened is, notice the price didn't hit 217 at all. So which means you will not be taking the trade. Okay, very similar to Yang Zijiang, right? It didn't hit the entry price. So we don't take this trade. The market didn't confirm. They're not buying. They're not buying enough. Yeah. Okay, but so what happened is it came back down to support. Okay, and it's now showing all the red again. So what we can do is we can wait for green. So for example, right? So if I to illustrate this way, if say tomorrow it shows a green, all right, it shows a green bar. Okay, so which means the signal is there. You can adjust the entry price downwards, right, towards the high, anywhere above the high of this day that shows green. Okay, so that's for Capital Mall Trust. Okay, another stock, CDLH Trust. Okay, same thing, strong rally, but we need to wait for the pullback. So finally the pullback is here. Okay, so we are at the support now. Okay, so we just need to wait for the green, right, for it, one green. Okay, one more, Manulife, REIT. Okay, so Manulife REIT, again, sharp rally, sharp pullback, testing the support. So what is lacking is the green. Can you see it's all red bars? So this rebound, right, is not significant enough. We are waiting for the green. Okay, so continue watching. So how long do you stick to this stock, or do you follow this stock? Okay, so long as this support, so long as this 20 and 50 MA support hold on, right? As long as it holds on, the price is trading within it, then that's fine. You can continue to wait for the green. Okay, you give up this stock, right? Give it up, stop watching it if the price starts to trade lower, right? As in it breaks past the 20 and 50 MA. That means there's no support. Leave the stock alone. Okay. Okay, last one is SATS. Okay, so SATS, can you see the 20 MA has been below the 50 MA for so long. Finally, it break past of it, and now it has pulled back down. So it took about 2 weeks plus. It's now finally at the support, right? So today, it just managed to find support. Okay, so what we need now would be a green. We have already many red bars. We just need a green bar. Okay, so wait for the green bar, wait for the entry price, and that's where you'll be able to wait for confirmation, take the entry. All right. Okay, so I hope yeah, this is quite a lot of opportunities as well. Yeah, so I hope you're able to follow the rules. Have any questions, you can put them in the comments below. I'll try and reply to them. Yeah, if not, like this video and follow us and share with your friends as well. And hope to see you in the next Traders Club. All right, so thank you very much.